Assalamu alaikum. We are present here in Waltham Store Town Hall. Councillor Liaquat Ali and his brother Shaukat Ali, they have done an Iftar dinner, and lots of dignitaries they have attended, and lots of media was there as well. I've got with me the Borough Commander of Waltham Forest, Steve Wisbey. We speak to him. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, very well. It's nice. Having a good time.
What do you think of the Muslim month of Ramadan and the way we do our fasting, etc.?
I mean, it's a very special time and special occasion for people, and as part of the community, it's good for me to experience sort of other cultures and faiths and understand some of your religions, and I think it's a very special time, and I'm, in a small way, it's nice to be a part of that.
Have you in United Kingdom, have you ever tried to collect any statistics that during the month of Ramadan in United Kingdom, the crime rate amongst Muslims, does it go down, or is there have you tried to do anything like this?
That's a really interesting question, and can you say I've learned something? Because no, we don't. What we do is we actually look at statistics at a local level, street, ward, and pan-London, but we've never actually mirrored it against particular Ramadan and festive times of the year. But what I'm going to do now, because that's a really good idea, I will have a look at that.
The reason I ask you, because Islam, Quran and religion and the Prophet Muhammad strongly forbid any war, any fight, any sort of crimes during this month. So I just wanted to know, I've got a degree in statistics. It will be wonderful to know that, what does happen during the month of Ramadan in the crime rates among Muslims. The other thing which I would like to ask you, that, obviously you've got a very responsible position. You've got a lot to do, and obviously if the crime rate goes up, nobody blames the criminals, but the blame goes to the police. It's unfortunate. So what do you think of this? What are you doing and what can be done?
Okay, listen, that's part of the job, and I understand on occasions, quite rightly, the media and the press want to question the police on what we're doing and hold us to account for performance. So I accept that. But what I'm doing is, and as I said in my speech earlier on tonight, the solution is working in partnership. It's about engagement with the community. There are people that live in our boroughs with knowledge and skills and experience that can help reduce crime. Because all the police can do in reality is respond fast time, like sticking a plaster on a cut. But actually we want to stop the cuts happening, and that means working with the council, with the communities, true engagement. And I'm doing that through safer neighbourhood teams, more and more officers now visible on the streets, working in the communities with local residents associations and ward panels to understand what the problems are and jointly agree on action. So as I said tonight, my commitment is we are going to be very visible. We are going to work in partnership, because we don't have all the solutions. We will be there to support. And I think what we've seen in the first 6 months this year is crime beginning to drop across the borough, which is just a positive result. And that's not down to me and my staff. That's down to everyone working together.
That's fantastic. Congratulations for that. The one more question which I would like to know, the crime rate amongst youth is going up, unfortunately. So are there any measures being taken, in the schools and colleges at the very early stages to educate children about the crimes, about the police, about the prisons? So because once it's set up in their mind right from the beginning, from the early childhood, then obviously they will think twice. So do you think anything is being done about this?
And that's an awful lot is being done, because we recognise that young people, they're the most vulnerable. They are most scared of being the victim of crime as well as being involved in crime. We now put officers in all schools that work alongside the teachers on education programmes. We work with the council now and community groups with diversionary activities across the whole borough, people involved in violence or theft, whether they feel vulnerable victims or not. So we're investing more and more money. We've just put up a joint team of police and other partners, youth workers, teachers, to actually understand some of the gang problems that are occurring, particularly in Waltham Forest at the moment. So whilst crime is coming down, violence amongst the young is increasing, and so that is the number one priority for me in this borough, and that will be done in partnership with the young people themselves, police, partners, community, businesses, particularly the parents, because the parents don't want their young children to be victims of crime either.
Many thanks for that. The other thing I would like to ask you that, obviously you are present here and you know the situations in Pakistan. There's a big disaster. Is there anything which police is doing, like any police charity fund or any police charity fundraising? Is there any contribution which the police is making, police department as a whole in United Kingdom?
There's a number of officers that are raising funds in small ways and in different ways to support, and I know that the police at Waltham Forest have contributed financially towards funds. I mean, we just can't even imagine what it must be like at the moment. It's just a horrendous situation, and it is really important that this is where the media comes in, showing people in the United Kingdom and other parts of the world that don't experience those things just what is happening. And it was good to hear tonight so much of the positive thing from the MPs, from other members of the community. So yes, we the police are working in a raft of ways to help support the people in that awful situation.
Fantastic. And as the Eid is just near next week, so is there any message which you would like to give to all the Muslims in the United Kingdom?
Listen, I just wish them well. I wish them health and happiness and well-being. This is a really fantastic borough and country to live in. It's a multicultural country. I wish them all a very happy Eid and celebration at this special time.
All right. Many thanks, then. Cheers. So this was Steve Wisbey from a borough commander of Waltham Forest, London. You've heard him that they are doing quite a lot in every department. Like they are raising funds, they are working with the education department, they are working to reduce the crimes. Anything which is possible for them, they are doing. And obviously, then they are linking up with all the ethnic minorities who are living in the UK, just to make them realize that we are not on our own. Any community is not on our own, but we are part of the greater United Kingdom. And the way that he has said that they are working in collaboration with the teachers, with the young children in schools and colleges. So we hope that with the police efforts, with the education department, with the teachers' efforts, the next generation, which we are going to have in 20 years' time, the crime rate will be next to nil, as lots of work is being done, and we are looking for a bright future. We are looking for a bright generation, and we are hopefully looking for a era which will be there without any crimes. Thank you for that, and Samina, TV 786 News, London.